I suppose you think that magazines like the Manhattanite were created to entertain you. Only secondarily. Their primary function is to torture innocent cartoonists like me. The principal method of torturing them is not an instrument like the Iron Maiden or the rack, oh no. Something far more evil. It's a device called the Friday deadline. Now on Monday, the Friday deadline looks like this. Distant, innocent. By Wednesday, it has begun to show its true colors. And on Thursday, today is Thursday, this is my world, and welcome to it. Surprising. What is surprising is that a man could create anything in this barren cubicle, 28 stories above the fertile earth. It's like uprooting a tree, hanging it in the air, and expecting it to blossom. What am I doing in this dingy prison cell? I'm innocent, I tell you. I didn't do a thing. I hear the knock of an editor. Come in, editor.
I was wondering if you had something to show me.
Have you ever seen my gallbladder operation?
Nothing yet, huh? You know today is Thursday.
What's the time?
2:15, why?
I just wanted to see if you gave the hour as well as the day.
Not coming too well, huh?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
The big dog in the sports car sounded like a funny idea.
It didn't work.
You know what struck me on my way to the office this morning?
What?
Garbage men. There's something funny about these guys riding around with people's garbage all day.
What's funny about it?
Well, don't ask me. You're the cartoonist. Think about it. Or better yet, go out and take a walk. Find a garbage truck and look at it.
I've been looking at garbage on and off for 35 years. It's never made me laugh.
John, I get the feeling that you resent these suggestions, but I'm only doing my job.
I realize you're trying to be helpful.
That's what I'm here for. I know that sometimes the old creative juices get clogged up and need a little push to start flowing again.
And you see yourself as the roto-rooter man of the creative world.
You don't like me.
I like you very much.
Oh, that's all right. That's your privilege. If I had talent, I don't think I'd be nice to anybody.
Hamilton, there's something a man in your vocation should know. There's nothing that clogs the creative juices like a nervous editor who knocks on the door and says, "Got anything to show me yet?"
That's not fair.
Like DDT kills flies. That's the way the hot breath of an editor kills ideas.
You are very unfair.
You nag me, Hamilton. You nag, nag, nag.
Tomorrow is Friday, and I have been in your office only twice all week. Twice. That's 2 times in 4 days.
You don't have to come into my office to nag me. You can sit behind your desk with your door closed and broadcast your nagging. When I'm at home in Connecticut, I receive your nagging. You are to nagging what NBC is to television.
That hurts, John. If I am remembered in the future of magazine publishing, it will be as the man who believed in not bothering his talent. When the printer calls again frantically, as he does Thursdays by this time, and wants to know where the John Monroe drawing is, I'll tell him to leave a 4-column blank space with the caption, "We know, but please don't nag him."
something?
No, just sending fresh blood to the brain.
What's your problem?
Well, tomorrow is Friday, and I have no idea for a drawing yet.
Well, that's all right. I'm reviewing a play. I haven't even seen it yet.
Deadlines never bother you, do they?
No, not until they're about 4 hours away. Then I panic, start producing like an oil gusher. Some writers are inspired by wealth, others by fame. With me, it's terror.
Arthur, if you don't mind, I am trying to concentrate.
On what? You said you don't have an idea.
I'm sick. I'm trying to concentrate on being sick.
I know what we ought to do. Go down to Cochran's, have a little one clear up our head.
That is what we did Monday afternoon. Tuesday, you talked me into playing chess, and yesterday it was stock market analysis.
Well, I'm a gregarious man. I like to think of myself as a joyful respite in this vale of tears. We going to Cochran's?
I am going somewhere where I can work undisturbed by joyful respites.
Ooh, now who would think that from this venereal fellow come funny drawings and writings?
To feel funny, you have to feel human. You cannot feel human in this barren South.
Cervantes wrote Don Quixote in jail.
Don Quixote wasn't funny.
I thought some of it was amusing.
Ellen! Ellen!
What is it, John?
A lack of cooperation. Where did this old album of your mother's come from?
I found it in the trunk. Isn't it marvelous?
In a normal attic. I'm sure things like that are perfectly marvelous, but not in a man's study. Ellen, you've simply got to clean this place out. I cannot concentrate in the midst of all this charming, distracting, sickening junk. The waste matter of 3 generations.
John, I thought you liked it the way it is.
What I need are bare walls, a naked light bulb hanging from the ceiling. You know, it's not by accident that people like Cervantes created masterpieces like Don Quixote in prison cells.
But Don Quixote isn't very funny.
On the contrary, parts of it are quite humorous.
All right, John. I'll take the album, and tomorrow I'll get the rest of the things out of your way.
Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. I have no love, just a opportunity to lie. No time. Not now, Lydia. I'm working.
Oh, I thought you were just fooling around.
Sometimes, when an artist's mind is working terribly hard, his body sort of fools around in an effort to relieve the tension.
Oh.
Do you understand that at all?
Not at all.
Well, that's the way it goes, kid. The whole world does not fall in your lap just because you're young now. If you don't mind, you will excuse me.
You know what my teacher said? She said...
Later, Lydia.
I really came up to here to show you my new shoes.
Lydia, if you don't get out of here, I'm going...
Hey, okay. Oh, Lydia! My arm, my arm!
There's things in life that a nice, clean, simple fracture of the ulna.
Will the arm heal properly? I mean, will it wind up as long as the other one?
Oh, I have every confidence. It's something to keep her comfortable.
She'll be as good as new in 4 or 5 weeks.
Is she asleep now?
Yes, and she will be for another hour or two. I keep her in the house over the weekend, but she can go back to school on Monday. Here's something to keep you comfortable.
Oh.
Mr. Monroe, may I offer you something?
Huh? Oh, no thanks. I never use it. Excuse me.
Next Thursday will be time enough for me to check her over.
Thank you, Doctor, and thanks so much for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And here are the reports for the group medical insurance, the household accident policy, and the parking validations for Thursday.
Oh.
Dr. Gray, it's your exchange. They say it's urgent.
Oh. Thank you. Hello?
What else did he say?
He's going to see her Thursday. Everything will be fine.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, yes, I think you're right. This could be very serious. Good. I agree. Sell the mutual funds, but try to hold on to everything over the counter. Well, I'll be saying goodbye.
I suppose that's all right if everything that can be done has been done.
I'm sure it has, dear. Goodbye, Dr. Gray.
Stop worrying, Mr. Monroe. A fracture can always be healed. But a man with too many mutual funds is better off dead.
I don't know. I find it difficult to trust a man who's so diversified.
Don't be silly. Dr. Gray is very good.
Well, I'm glad you have confidence in him. There was a kid in my block, broke his arm, had it set badly by the doctor, and to this day he can't shoot a marble in a straight line.
If Dr. Gray says there are no complications, there are no complications.
Oh, I'll never forgive myself.
Now, come on. It wasn't your fault.
If only I hadn't chased her down that darn ladder.
You did not chase her.
Poor little kid. All she wanted to do was show her daddy her new shoes.
I hate to throw cold water on your grief, but a young life has not been blighted by tragedy. In fact, in the 6th grade, an arm in a sling gives a girl some prestige and a little glamour, especially since I plan to embroider her name on the sling, a different color for every letter.
I believe that's the first time I've ever heard a broken arm described as a dream come true.
Well, it falls a little short of catastrophe, too.
Well, it's easy for you to say. You're not responsible.
John, don't you have a great deal of work to do? You know tomorrow's Friday.
You can be sure the honeymoon is over when your wife begins to look like Hamilton Greeley. You watching this?
No, it's just the news. I was reading.
If more people had that attitude, it would be a better world. May I turn it off?
Sure.
Certainly hope.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Fine.
Arm doesn't hurt?
Uh-uh.
Oh, did your mother tell you how she's gonna decorate your sling?
Uh-huh.
Boy, I'll bet when the kids see that, they'll all be breaking their arms.
I don't think so.
That was a joke.
Oh, I see.
Are you enjoying, Dolly Dunbar, girl investigator?
It's okay.
Well, suppose I tell you a story. Have you ever heard the real inside lowdown on the Boston Tea Party?
Uh-huh, you told me that.
Well, I just thought if you weren't, enjoying the book.
Don't you have anything to do?
Well, I'm not looking for a way to pass the time. I interrupted my work because I was concerned about my daughter. I wanted to find out if she needed me.
You're a good father.
You just can't trust them. They sit there with their dolls and their teddy bears and those small, helpless little faces, and all the time the little fakers are older than you are.
Hamilton, hello.
Hello, Ellen. How's Lydia?
Oh, she's fine. John, company.
This is for Lydia. I hope she doesn't already have a Susie Spitz doll.
No, she doesn't. She'll love it, Hamilton. She's sleeping right now. I'll go up and put it by her bed.
Right.
Hello, Hamilton. I haven't got it yet.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about the drawing. I got to thinking about poor little Lydia. I wanted to bring her something.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I guess what really brought me here was guilt.
Guilt?
Well, Ellen told me on the phone how bad you felt. You know, responsible for the kid breaking her arm. And when I hung up, I said to myself, that's not his fault, it's my fault. It's my fault that he's working at home and not in the office where he should have been.
Oh, no, that's silly.
No, it isn't. Look at me, look at this.
Well, what's wrong with you?
I've been eating like a pig. When I get guilty, I can't stop eating.
Hamilton, you have no reason on earth to feel guilty.
Yeah, well, who is it that keeps spraying DDT on your ideas?
You're just doing your job.
I put too much pressure on you.
Without that pressure, the magazine would never hit the stands on schedule.
I'm too nervous. You can't be nervous around creative people. They're too sensitive.
When a man draws cartoons for a weekly magazine, that's his job. Now, if John Monroe can't get his drawings done by Thursday, there's only one guy to blame, John Monroe.
No, you need the right conditions. I made it impossible for you at the office.
Huh?
Oh, yes. You had to go home and yell at your daughter because of me. I feel as though I broke that little arm with these two hands.
Nonsense. There's no one to blame but me.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it
Now,
isn't.
listen to me, Hamilton. It is your contractual privilege to rewrite my work, but please keep your editorial hands off my conscience. I am not about to...
How's Lydia?
Well, she's fine. She's asleep. Is that for her?
Yeah.
I hope it's not a Susie Spitz.
No, it's a Tommy Sick. Hello, Hamilton.
Hello, Arthur.
I can't tell you how guilty I feel about what happened.
Guilty.
You?
If you weren't working at home instead of the office where you should have been, there's one man responsible for that, me. I tell you, I was so upset I couldn't go home last night.
Well, that's ridiculous.
What have you got to do with it?
Well, I'm always in there wasting his time with small talk and joyful respites, and he's too polite to throw me out.
If I don't throw you out, it's because I don't want to.
He's right. Go on home.
No.
I'm the one who's always in there picking on him like a nervous old lady. And he can't throw me out.
Well, you're just doing your job.
I've been eating like a pig.
Well, an office is for working, not for clowning around.
You're a writer. You're supposed to be foolish. I'm supposed to know better. Now go on home.
I don't want to go home.
Now, hold it. I may not be the most mature man in the world, but I am grown up enough to live with the consequences of my own actions. The facts are simple and inescapable. I couldn't do my job, I lost my temper, and as a consequence, caused an innocent child to break her arm. This is the cross I have to bear. It's my cross, and nobody's going to drive up from town with a doll in a box and take it away from me. So, Artie, you just go right on home, and Hamilton, you get back on your diet. I don't think I ever saw a purple dog before.
Me either.
Listen, if you have a second, I think we should talk about what happened.
What happened?
Well, you know, about me yelling at you and making you fall down.
Well, you didn't yell at me.
We have to face the truth about things and people, even though it's unpleasant. Now, fathers are human. Even a father who loves his daughter very much can lose his temper and cause her to fall and break an arm.
But you didn't. My new shoes were slippery.
You'd like to blame it on your new shoes. Deep inside, you blame me.
I do?
Yes,
Why don't I know about it?
because it's in the unconscious part of your mind.
Well, if I don't know about it, what difference does it make?
It may not make any difference at all now, but one of these days, when you least expect it.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I was just thinking of something. May I borrow one of your crayons?
Sure.
You see, the subconscious has a funny way of...
Anyway, I want you to know that I don't blame you.
For what?
For my broken arm. I don't blame you for it.
Well, that's a very mature and rational attitude for you to take, Lydia.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, anything you want? Can I send your mother out for something?
No, thank you, Daddy.
Fine. See you later. Have fun.
Is everything all right?
Great. Here, look at this, huh?
Yes, dear. I meant Lydia. Is she all right?
Oh, sure. She's just fine. You do know, of course, that the finest authorities tell us if a child hasn't broken something or other by the time they're 10 years old, they're being overprotected. So, you see, Lydia's been on velvet for 1.5 years.
Well, I'm glad you're not so upset anymore.
I'm a man who conquers moods.
John, I love you because you're a sensitive, talented, charming, and peculiar man.
Well,
You see, the story really goes back to when I was a teensy-weensy little girl.
you like it?
Yeah. Is it funny?
You're laughing, aren't you?
Well, you know my sense of humor. Your things always make me laugh, but I don't know whether they're funny or not.
That's the secret of my gift. To make people laugh at things that aren't funny.
You see? The driver of a garbage truck getting directions to the city dump from an old lady. I guess it's funny, all right. I guess your nagging old editor gave you a funny idea.
I guess he did.
I've got an idea for you for next week.
Hamilton, a wise editor does not press his luck.
Okay.
Accepting one idea from an editor is careless. Taking 2 ideas in a row is unforgivably sloppy.